What's up, everybody? This is Jed Johnson from DieselCrew.com. Of course, you know they call me Napalm, and it's time for another matchup in the Hard to Handle tournament to crown the hardest thick bar rolling handle in the world. The contestants today are the Luke Crusher, which is it was a version of Crusher that Luke made before we actually owned a Crusher. So it's based on the same general principles, just it was made out of pieces that he had available, so it ended up being a little bit thicker than the Crusher, and this happens to be the rolling handle that I train with most often. The other handle in the matchup today is the Mannino handle, and this was a handle that was given to me by John Mannino. I've forgotten if he made the handle or if someone else did, but we got it from him back in the old Diesel Crew days, back in like 04, 05, something like that. So this handle is very, very old. It's dear to me, and it's very, very hard to handle. So let's check out the stats first of all. The Luke Crusher weighs 8.1 pounds. It's 2.62 inches thick, making it what I believe to be the thickest handle in the tournament. And it's 5 1/32 inches long, I should say, the gripping surface. The Mannino handle is the heaviest handle in the tournament, weighs 11.1 pounds. It is 2.49 inches thick and 5 15/16 inches long, so the handle's a little bit longer. Let's look at the rolling action and the drop on these. Luke Crusher. Now, the thing you have to remember, guys, on this rolling action is that if it doesn't roll very much, that doesn't mean it's not a hard handle, okay? So first off, this handle right here is very, very heavy. It's not going to roll as much as aluminum, which is super, super light, okay? Look at this Mannino handle. That thing barely moves at all, okay? Watch the drop on this. It doesn't drop, okay? The Crusher, that was a close one. The Luke Crusher drops real nice. Okay, so I don't know what the mechanism is in here, if it's bearings or what. I don't know. I haven't talked to John Mannino in probably like 5 years, so I'm not sure. Let's go over the numbers that these handles have produced. You saw the rolling action of each of them. You saw the drop action of each of them. The Luke Crusher has produced 199 and 199. The Mannino handle has produced 200 and 197. So you can't just look at a handle, guys, and say, oh, the handle doesn't drop, that handle sucks. That might be true, that might not be true, because it's not an accurate indication of the kind of difficulty the handle is going to provide. That's not the only variable. You've seen the way that the Rolling Thunders work. They barely drop at all, but I've lifted over 250 pounds on 2 different ones during this tournament. So it's not the only variable. All right, that's why this tournament is so important. We're going to get the coin toss going. And real quick before we get started, just ask you, please give it one of these. Make sure to share them, especially if you're from one of the businesses that I'm representing. Share the videos that involve your handles, because take pride in what you've put out. All right, let's do the coin toss. Heads will be the Luke Crusher. Tails for the Mannino handle. It's tails, so Mannino handle will lead off. And if anyone can guess why there's a loaf of bread right there, then they get $10 off their next purchase of a DVD or ebook. Here we go. Woo! Hey, we're right in the 165 range. Forgot already what the weights are. Was just standing over there and read them. Don't want to walk back. So we're just going to say it's about 165, brother. Here's the Mannino handle. Luke crusher. Now we're at like 175, brother. Let's take a break because it's nearing PR territory, dude. I feel like it's more of a Double J Jeff Jarrett strut than a Ric Flair strut for some reason. And I'm not going to do a face plant to prove I'm doing Ric Flair. All right, this is 185 and 182. Are you enjoying hearing me exhale? I noticed in a lot of these videos, I do a lot of loud exhaling. Break time. $195 and $192. This is 205 and 202. Serious weight here. PRs for both handles. Can't even get it off the ground. Two or two. So 198 and 195. Ooh. Oh, yeah. $200 and $197. Oh, that had to be close. That had to be close. Oh, right back. Holy crap. 197. All right, we got 203 and change and 200 and change. It's going to be the last pull. Let's get both of them. Oh! 200. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ooh. Oh. That was the hardest matchup I've done in this tournament. So that puts Mannino at 202. That puts the Luke Crusher at 200. Low numbers win, man. Hate to see the Mannino handle go, but the Luke Crusher proved a bit harder to handle, so it moves on. Can't get emotionally attached to these handles. Just because they get eliminated doesn't mean you get all upset and you try to change the rules and you keep them in the tournament because a good friend gave you the handle a long, long time ago. You just move on. You can't tie emotion to these handles, brother. This tournament, this isn't about emotion. This is about being hard to handle. And today, the Luke Crusher was most definitely harder to handle. So it advances in the tournament. Brother. Give it one of these. Be sure to subscribe. And we'll see you with the